to be a Florida Gator. Man, what a sweet victory. What a sweet victory today. I tell you what. I tell you, this Mullen miracle makeover has been short of a roller coaster ride this year. It's been what a phenomenal job Dan Mullen coming in to Florida, really righting the ship. I mean, bringing a offense that's been dwelling in the cellar the last 3 or 4 years, maybe 4 or 5 years, to legitimate offense, and really just managing obviously a young player with a raw talent that hasn't been coached up much, and really to kind of hone in his system to fit Felipe Frank's skills. I mean, and I'm just proud of this team. Proud of the Gator program. Really see an opportunity to finish strong in recruiting, and with the New Year's victory, we go 10-3 this year, and I think the future is bright, man. Gainesville is glowing, baby. What you say?
The Mullenite is doing well, my friend. It's definitely resonated within that team in the locker room. And I'll tell you this, man. I mean, like you said about the offense, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is 3 games in a row you've had over 500 yards of offense. Today you had 6 touchdowns, 3 rushing, 3 passing on the road against your arch rival. I mean, a team that's owned you the last 5 years. So we're going there and make a statement like that going into the offseason. Really just tells you where Dan Mullen's taking this thing. And, may not got to Atlanta, but you would have to agree with this. He's definitely ahead of schedule. And he's definitely ahead of his rivals, Tennessee and Florida State.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's I think he's a true disciple of Urban Meyer, man, because Urban Meyer believes in beating your rivals, and so next year that goal number 1 will be to beat Georgia, but in a year, every huge rival game this year. We besides Georgia, we played well and we won.
He had the scheme to beat Georgia. He just didn't get the execution out of his players. So
Yeah.
That's really all you can do as a coach is put your players in position. I thought he did that well against Georgia.
Yeah, and definitely closed the gap with Georgia. I never felt embarrassed against Georgia. You know what I mean?
No.
We competed. We were up 14-13 in the third quarter. So, and that's what more can you ask? I think that's what we're asking. But I just really felt good about.
Talk about Franks. Talk about Franks moving forward, because I know a lot of people still want a quarterback switch. But man, you gotta say, man, what's he up to? Over 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions during the year.
Come on, man.
I mean, Dan Mullen's going to take that into next year and build off of it. You don't start this kid all year and not start him next year. It makes no sense in the Dan Mullen system, especially when he has a record for developing quarterbacks. He ain't going to give you a ball and then throw you away, man. Dan Mullen believes in Felipe Franks, and you've seen it all year the way he's coached him.
So let me say this, Lance. One thing that the media hates, baby, especially the Florida media, they hate Boss Gator. They hate Lance from Jasper. They hate the Swamp Train, baby, because we're not buying what they're selling. Listen, y'all, the media, you all need to go out and do some work, because the same old stories about who's going to be the starting quarterback, put it to bed. The starting quarterback going into next year, it will be Felipe Franks. And we hope to see his continued development. And I can only imagine after a year after Dan Mullen seeing him in the system, he will continue to tweak his system and continue to work with Felipe Franks to get the most out of him. And so, 25 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Come on, man. I mean, he's probably going to throw the most passing yards since 2009.
No doubt about it.
So I mean, you can't. I just don't. I just don't see. Let's just put that to bed. Let's put that to bed. We're going to be patient. What Mullen has shown more than anything is his ability to work with players that don't fit his system. I love that. That he doesn't try to force a square into a triangle. He works with his players, man. Right. And he gets the most out of them. And so I think if nothing more, phenomenal coaching job this year. I think we're definitely ahead of schedule. We gotta finish strong. Finish with a bowl victory. We go 10-3 on the year, and then we start out the year with a Miami victory, and that's the Gator trifecta, baby. We beat them. We beat them up in Tallahassee. Yeah. Beat Miami up and win the bowl game. I'm telling you, and I'm looking forward to finishing strong in recruiting. What kind of message was sent today to the recruits? To the recruits in Florida? Listen, man, Florida's the place to be.
Well, Dan Mullen just locked the gate around the state of Florida as far as Florida State Miami is concerned. Alabama and Ohio State might still get a couple. But he just locked the gate on the state of Florida, man. As far as I'm concerned with Florida State and Miami, man, there's no way that you want to play in Willie Taggart's offense more than Dan Mullen's. There's just no way anybody sitting at home thinking that right now.
That's right. And so that's the thing about it. I'm just raving about the.
Let me ask you about these running backs because one thing I wanted to see this year, and one reason why I did think we would go 12-0 is because I thought we would commit to the run and play a championship level defense. But give Dan Mullen a lot of credit, man. He's really committed to the run this year. And give us Scarlett and P-Run a lot of credit, man. Those guys are elite. And we said it before the year. I thought we were deeper at running back than anybody in the nation. And I'll still put our 3 running backs up against anybody in the nation. I think the Florida Gators got the best running back style in America.
Well, I will say this. I think that, number one, on top of that, one of the caveats is we saw the offensive line shift. We saw the offensive line really get stronger and stronger and stronger and grow together. Yeah. But yes, the running early on, we were expecting to see the running game be like the backbone, and Coach Mullen kind of threw us off. The passing game was, and so we saw midway through. I just don't think that you can be successful in the SEC without that strong running game. Right. And so that's what carried us through that stretch at the end was the running game. And so I'm looking forward to P-Ryan coming back. I want to see Scarlett come back. Even now, the media, different ones want to start saying, someone was telling me there's several guys leaving, but I believe that one of the signs of a good program and the good atmosphere around the program will be the coach's ability to sell the vision to seniors and juniors, redshirt juniors that can lead, What was that?
Oh, that was my dad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that, the running game makes it easier, man. It takes all the pressure off. I just think that the sky's the limit, man. I mean, just to think that Malik Davis didn't really even play. He played half a game before he got hurt. And, Pierce is going to be a year stronger. And I mean, we're just loaded, bro. We're loaded, and we see a big step forward this year in talent positions. Wide receiver, running back, we see a big step going forward. So, man, I think that the sky's the limit, really, man.
It really is, man. Because think about it, boss. I mean, if I would have told you we were going 9-3 and losing 2 home games this year, you would have laughed at me. I mean, we would have never found them 2 home losses. So to lose to Kentucky and Missouri, 2 teams that I don't think Dan Mullen will lose to again, at least the next 5 years, just caught us at the right time for whatever reason. I still think those games were more mental than physical. But whatever the reason, we got our ass kicked. You know, a chance to get 10 in the first year. It's a building step.
I hate to say this, the excuses. So
they deserve to win. I mean, they came in the swamp, played better than us.
Missouri is 8-4, but they got robbed against Kentucky. They got beat by Alabama.
What about South Carolina? They got robbed on that game too.
Yeah, so they got robbed twice, and I think the other two losses was to Alabama and who else?
Georgia.
And Georgia, okay.
And really got Georgia all they wanted for a while.
Yeah, and so you're really talking about a 10-2 team. I mean, legit 10-2 team there. So, we're not gonna make no qualms about that. Kentucky was the best Kentucky team that they had in 4 years, and
it'll take them 5 years to build it back up.
In 45 years, and we still should have beat them, I think. Yeah, and they're gonna get their behind whipped next year. I tell you that. I want to guarantee you that, baby. We gonna get that behind next year. We're gonna whoop that butt. But yeah, man, I'm excited about these Gators.
Well, 41-14 over Florida State. I know you live in that state. You gotta be proud, man. You walk around with your head high. But damn Mullen knew with this man. He promised to win for Gator Nation. He delivered. Like you said, man, drink the Mullen because this train's coming, man. It ain't stopping. It's one time's loaded.
Yes, sir. And man, it's been fun this year. Man, it's really been fun talking to you and the guys all on the swamp chat. Man, it's been fun, man. It's really we didn't just buy whatever the media tried to feed us, and it was kind of fun getting out in front of the narrative this year, and really. I mean, if a few things would have changed, man,
if he hits that flea flicker, our season's different.
I mean, just a few things changed.
Just give me that one play. I'd like to see what happens.
Yeah, but basically, what the gist of what we were saying is that they had not looked at this team close enough.
We punked the media out, man. They all yelling 75, 8-4. I mean, I told Nick the tour if they go 8-4, I'd quit my damn. I'd never talk football again. Well, they finished 9-3. I'm still in business, boss Gator. But here's the deal. I mean, they were underselling this team. They all like Dan Mullen's an 8-win coach, and that's all he's ever going to be. That was my problem coming into the season, man. They were like, oh, you're going to double your wins and go to a bowl game. Congratulations. That ain't no feat. At the University of Florida, 8 wins. But, to get 9 and to beat some of his key only losing one rival game all year. More times than we said. I mean, Dan Mullen's ahead of schedule. He took a huge step today in recruiting. And I'm telling you already know. Next year, I don't know if next year's really going to be our year. But 2020, man, I think the Gators will have a roster that can deal with injuries on both sides of the ball, and they'll be ready to compete with anybody in the country, any day, anywhere.
Well, I still think next year I gotta look at the depth chart. It's too early to talk about next year at this point. I mean, to responsibly talk because you don't know who's leaving, but just in general, without listen, I expect at the University of Florida to win the East Division every year. I think that should be the expectation.
Right.
That should be the expectation is to get to Atlanta every year, and I think that's a doable, realistic goal every year. It should be, and so I think we got some work to do. We got some work to do to pull that off. Georgia will be better. We don't know how how they're going to end and how their year's going to end. But Georgia will be better, and we have to continue. We got a lot to work for. Basically, we can't rest on our laurels. Teams. Teams always give Florida their best game. So
how many of our media members do you think had us in a New Year's Six bowl? Because, man, we were talking about playoffs. We were talking about going to Atlanta. I mean, they were talking about Birmingham Bowls. Peach.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. I mean,
Not
this is so disrespectful, man. But
Not
really,
many at
man,
all.
a chance to finish within the top 8 this year. Damn, Mullen. I mean, you could have finished in the top 5. You beat Missouri. I mean, I just can't say no, man. How important that damn Mullen hire was when Tennessee and Florida State made a hire the same year, and how far ahead Dan Mullen has his team compared to those programs. I mean, it's scary good for the Gators, man, because those are 2 games you got every year if you're going to Atlanta and you want to win the state of Florida in recruiting. Those are 2 games you have.
So it's crazy because Florida could end up being ranked.
By the way, you got them both at home next year.
Oh yeah, but Florida could end up ranked in the top 10, most likely.
They finished top 8. I think they'll finish top 8 this year, somewhere in there. You never know with these damn idiots voting, but definitely top 8.
But in the college football playoff, I'm talking. So like in the AP, I think we'll be a top 10 next week. But in the college football playoff thing, we'll be probably about neither 8 or 9. And so I think that really positions us really sweet to get a New Year's Day, because I think New Year's Day vote goes to top 12 teams. But man, I'm excited about it. I mean,
well, you should be, man.
He
put a product on the field to give you something to be excited about moving forward. I mean, you've seen an offense this year. And you see, I mean, he's giving you hope, man. And you know about the quarterback talent coming in and the quarterback talent that you've seen this year.
Now, I think what changes next year, now this is what excites me. And I think, it was Gator Man that said this. I got to give him props on this. See, this year, Dan Mullen navigates around the whole red shirt rule to try to save the development years with Emory Jones. But next year, as Emory Jones being a redshirt freshman, whether he'll still be able to use and set packages for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
No. And so if in Dan Mullen's mind, this is not his true system yet, because he's still kind of tweaking a lot of what he's doing toward Franks. He can open up his whole playbook by using Emory Jones. So I just
don't buy the fact that Emory Jones is ever going to be a package player. I just don't think he's that guy. I think he's really a quarterback. I mean, can he come in and run a read Austin? Is he fast enough to get big yards on the run? Yes, he is. But I really don't think you're utilizing this guy's strength if you're Dan Mullen just by using him as a package player. I really just don't think he's that guy.
Well, the thing is, I don't think that you're limited to just that. What I'm saying is that you're able to subsidize the offense to give the offense elements that Franks can't provide, and you can still win. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
give you an example. In 2006, Chris Leak was not the ideal quarterback.
Man. Come on, man. You can't compare this to that. You smarter than that, boss Gary. But just think about it.
I'm not saying it's the thing, but the point what I'm saying is I'm just excited with potential, with what it could be in the future. Now, I just think Franks will be better running the ball. I mean, I think it took him all year to finally figure it out. I think he's running with an attitude right now. And plus, man, if he's 25-6 now, you're looking at this guy could have 40 total touchdowns between passing and rushing next year. So I just don't see why you take him off the field. Right.
Especially when you got guys like Tony, you got Jacob Copeland. Those are the guys that can do the stuff that you want to do with Emory Jones. So it really makes no sense because he's not a Tebow type. If you want a hammer, look at Jalen Jones. I mean, I ain't saying Emory Jones will transfer. I think Jones understands Dan Mullen's the best coach in America. I think he'll stick around one more year, and then he knows his redshirt sophomore year, he'll have a chance to start because Franks will be gone after next year.
Yeah.
And he'll be better for it. There's nothing wrong with sitting around for a couple of years. He'll be better for it.
There's nothing wrong with starting as a redshirt sophomore in the SEC. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, you still got 3 years if you really want the college experience. You still got 3 years to play. That's all you would have played if you would have started as a freshman anyway. It's 3 years. You would have left after your junior year. It's the same. Yeah. It's the same thing.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. We'll assess the quarterback position and the quarterback depth chart.
We'll hit that up in the spring, man.
Yeah, we'll hit that up in the spring.
It's always interesting, though, man. Everybody wants to hear about quarterback. But I appreciate you being on the show, boss. You're a bad man. A lot of Gator fans. There's only one boss. We'll get together when we figure out who we play in our ball game. And
Hey, Lance, I got one more thing to say to Lance in Jasper, Tennessee, baby.
Give it to him.
I said it's great to be a Florida Gator. I love the chomp, but if you're going to chomp, you got to do it right. Always leftover right.
My man.
I'm signing out from Gainesville, Florida, baby. Boss Gator. Take it easy.
The man. Boss Gator. You just don't get many. I say it all the time, man. There's a lot of Gator fans. I met a bunch. Been lucky enough to talk to a bunch of y'all. There's only one boss, man. Boss Gator now. But there wasn't anything close. It would be the Lady Gator, right? So let's see if it's shot.
Go Gators!
How many have you called you? Have you called your dad yet? Have you called the family?
Hey, I'm starting to get worried about him because my Facebook is so dead. I'm like really legit worried about them. Like they have all dropped off the face of the earth.
Well, we know one damn thing. You won't find them in a bowl game.
Oh man, it is so sweet having to deal with family for five straight years, and to finally have a coach that understands what this game means to the people in this state. It feels good, Lance. I haven't stopped smiling since the game's been over.
I mean, it's really amazing what Dan Mullen's done to state, man. He made in this game. I mean, I just told Boss Gator, I mean, to me, he just put a lock on the gate as far as recruiting in the state of Florida. I mean, you know Alabama and Clemson and Ohio State to get there. Georgia will get a few. But as far as Florida State and Miami, I don't see them beating out Dan Mullen with some of the best players in the state of Florida this year. And, man, to end them from not going to a ball game and they don't get them extra 15 practices, I mean, they need all the practice time they can get. I mean, this program just got set back 3 years by Dan Mullen in his first year.
Speaking of recruitment, I just got an email a couple minutes ago. We just got a commitment, just like that. Naquan Wright.
Oh, big time recruit. Big time recruit. Big time recruit. One of the top players in the country. Man, he may not be the number one ranked, but he was number one on Dan Mullen's board, and that's all I need to know.
Yeah, we just got him. It's the rich get richer. We own the state. Now we're getting all the players.
Well, everybody was tripping in you know how they do, man. We were talking about it in the spring. Everybody's tripping out in August, June, July about recruiting. Dan Mullen can't recruit. I said all along, that's a top 7 class. Hide and watch. It's coming.
Patience. It's like people were tripping in May and June, July. Like, don't y'all have nothing better to do? Like, why are y'all worried about recruiting so early? Like, it doesn't even matter. People flip all the time. And
yes.
Yeah.
Even when you're ranked high, you used to be nervous because there's only one way to go from the top down.
Exactly, and I expect their recruiting class to blow up after that big loss.
Talk about these running backs a little bit. Mullen commitment to the run and just the way these guys run the ball, man. They both look fresh. I mean, they run like it's game one. They don't look tired at all. The strength coach, I mean, Dan Mullen and the staff, man. Like you said, you got a coach that understands it. I mean, the future's bright, man. I just can't decide to get this thing going. I hate we got to wait so long to start the season again.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm interested in seeing what game we're gonna be in. But he played like an animal. I don't know what was in him today, but he played like I can't even describe it. It was incredible.
He looks quicker this year. Which I've always said, what you've always heard, you can't get faster, but he looks faster. He looks quicker this year. I don't know if it's the weight or what. He just looks like a different player. We knew he could drag some folks. We've seen that against LSU, but he's really a complete back, and I can see him coming back next year, but I don't think Scarlett will.
Yeah, I don't think Scarlett's coming back. Yeah, he needs to go ahead and go to the NFL and make that money. He played great today too. He was hard to bring down, knocking people over and everything.
He's a bowling ball, man. Them boys are bad.
Yeah.
Them boys are bad. They kind of remind me of Jerome Bettis, man. You know, they just the boss. Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling. But I won't hold you up, man. I know you be excited, man. Big time win for the Gators, man. Also, New Year's Six Bowl. I don't think anybody's seen that coming. They were laughing at us for thinking we had a shot to even go 12-0.
Well, honestly, I thought that we could win 10 games before the season started because of Dan Mullen and him as a coach, being able to coach players and knowing how to develop talent. And we're about to pretty much accomplish that goal. I don't know who we're going to play, but they're Gator bait.
You damn right. Well said, Lady Gator. You the best.
All right, thanks, Lance.
Oh, you the best. Go Gators. Appreciate your time.
Go Gators.
Oh, man. Real cool. Happy about Lady Gator in the corner.
You said quarterback and Val.
Yeah.
Am I going to have to put you back under the cubes?
It's 25 minutes now. We're not going to hear something.
As soon as you get somebody else online, he'll call back. He always does. Oh, this is going to take a while.
Well, what's up?
Hello?
Live on Lance and Jasper show.
How's it going?
Going well, man. How you doing? Great day to be a
What a
Gator.
game.
Yeah, statement
What
win.
a game.
Statement win, my friend. Again. We've
Absolutely, man.
only had 3 of those this year. Not bad for a first-year coach.
Yes, you're right. Well, hey, y'all. Before we talk about the game, man, I just want to say that I'm really happy for you. I know this is a big deal because, we needed to go 9-3 at minimum for this season. So I know that you have made a deal with, was it Nick Delator?
Yep. I sure did, my friend. We won.
So did we go 8-4?
No, sir. Lance and Jasper still alive.
Heck no, man. And the sky's the limit. You know what happened the last time we went 9-3 in the regular season?
Yes, sir. 2005.
Yes, sir. What happened in 2006?
National champions. SEC champions. 13-1 record. 13-1 record, my friend. Only game we lost was to Auburn, which is funny because they're on our schedule again, and we play them at home just like we did in 06.
Well, actually, in 06, we played Auburn at their place.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, they came down to 07.
I was at that game.
Were you?
So, got a story for another day about that one. That was a doozy.
Yeah, that was unreal. They kept us. Just real quick, it was crazy that we were scoreless at halftime. Never seen that coming.
No.
But yeah, man, tell me about the Gators today, man. Tell me about Franks, because I know we've had some talks. We ain't got to talk about it. But tell me what you seen from Franks and how excited you are to see Franks moving forward, because that's what you're going to see.
Yeah, man, I'll talk about Franks before I get there. I want to give a big time shout out to the O-line. Man, when they came out the second half, they played with something. I tell you,
I mean, you call it Mullenade, they call it relentless effort, whatever it is. They played with it, and they played excellent. Not only did they execute the X's and O's, but they were the physically tougher team in the second half with the O-line versus their D-line. And honestly, my biggest concern coming into the game, and the only thing that in my mind I thought would make the game close or closer, was our O-line not being able to match up with their D-line. As I know that their number 99, Burns, is one of the best, or is one of the best edge rushers in the country. But I believe that our offensive line not only passed the test with flying colors, but I believe that bodes well moving forward into the postseason with our bowl game, and hopefully a lot of those guys for next year. I think the only one that is scheduled to leave is CC. Polite might also go, but unless you're a top 15 pick, I wouldn't go. If I was Polite, I would put more on tape. Show the country who the real defensive lineman of the year should be. So
I don't think you can have a more productive year than what he's had.
Yeah.
You got to go while you're hot, man.
So yeah, man, the lines of scrimmage were excellent in this game, and when you're playing great on the offensive line, this is what I always say, and I don't know if I was talking about this with you last time we talked, or if it was with somebody else, but I always say that when you have terrible offensive line play, it's very hard for even the best quarterbacks to have a good game. But man, when you have great offensive line play, you can even have subpar quarterbacks play great. But hey, I'm going to this game. I won't even say that Felipe Franks played subpar. I think he played excellent. I'm gonna pull up some of the stats on my phone so I don't screw up the numbers. But man, I could not be more proud of Felipe Franks. From the first snap, I saw that he played with mental toughness. He played with a willingness to win the game and not be defeated. Some of the childlike mistakes that he made last year against Florida State that I believe cost us the game last year. I mean, he threw 3 interceptions, each of which led to scores for Florida State last year. We were joking as a family that last year that Felipe Franks was the MVP 2 games in a row. Last year, Felipe Franks was the MVP for Florida State, and this year, of course, Felipe Franks was the MVP for the Gators. So I thought he played great. Just looking at the box score, the stats, 16 to 26, that's 61%, okay? 61% is good for even some of the best quarterbacks in the country. He averaged 9.8 yards per throw. That's great. 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. And for running the ball, he was very respectable with 46 yards and 12 carries, which is pretty good for a quarterback. I think Felipe played great. I think he does have room to improve. I think the sky's the limit. So I know that we've been having discussions in the back room, I guess, about who should be the starter next year. Hey, I'm not going to say it's Emory. I'm not going to say it's Felipe. But I think we got a quarterback competition going next year, and I'm excited about whatever happens because I know that we got the best coach in the country, and he's going to coach him up, whoever the quarterback is.
There's no doubt about it, man. And one thing that really got you excited about this team, especially the quarterback, is that, man, we play better on the road. And that's the hardest thing to do in college football is play on the road. And, we had two losses at home this year, undefeated on the road. That's a big statement, man. That's a big statement.
Yeah. Well, hey, the Gators are road warriors. You know it. It's
you
hard.
Be. If you're going to win an SEC, you better win on the road. You're expected to win at home.
Absolutely. Well, hey, next year we got to go undefeated at home too, and on the road. Make that Georgia game the East Championship, and we'll see who comes out alive. Whoever does might end up winning the SEC next year. Who knows?
I mean, that's easy to say in my mind.
Yeah. And also, I think with the way that Dan Mullen coaches offense, I don't think that this rebuild is as far as some people think it is. We're already about
rebuild. Who's talking about a rebuild? You're going to have to reconstruct your offensive line, but you ain't lost no playmakers. You ain't losing nobody you can't replace.
Yeah.
Now you're losing a couple offensive linemen you'd like to have back, but as far as your skill players, you ain't losing nothing. Your defense will be elite, no matter who leaves.
You're right. I mean, it's all about implementing a system. Every rep is worth its weight in gold in football, and it's going to be exciting that the Gators are going to get 15 practices for this bowl game for Dan Mullen to continue to implement a system. Because honestly, if you look at a lot of the first year coaches in the country, especially at places like Florida State. Florida State didn't really perform much better, much worse than last year. But what I'm trying to say is it's hard for a coach to come in cold and implement a brand new system. And I don't believe there was a more difficult system transition than the Florida Gators, because Jim McElwain runs this West Coast pistol, motioning all over the field kind of offense. And then you have Dan Mullen come in with a completely opposite offense, running the spread, not worrying so much about the motions as, you just flat out spread the ball, make the defense declare what they're doing, and then you hit them where it hurts. So I don't think that there's any coach in the country that, in my opinion, I am a homer, we're both homers, you got to admit that, but I don't think there's any coach in the country more deserving of Coach of the Year than Dan Mullen. Will he get Coach of the Year? Probably not. Should he get SEC Coach of the Year? He should. And if he doesn't, I'll be mad. Can you name somebody who's done a better coaching job this year in the SEC?
Mark Stoops.
Mark Stoops?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Dan Mullen. What Dan Mullen's done at Florida, man, is nothing to sneeze at. And I get what you're saying about Coach of the Year. But here's what I'll add to what you're saying, which is really impressive. You look at Felipe Frank's numbers. He probably had 30 total touchdowns if you combine the rushing and the passing together. And he's probably he's running only 33% of Dan Mullen's offense, because Dan Mullen didn't get to use the whole playbook. This year won't. So next year you're going to get about 50 to 60% of the playbook. And plus you're going to have a year of experience under your belt. And I'll tell you now, man, Felipe Franks is going to join the 40-40 club, son, because he's going to have 40 total touchdowns next year. And Gator Nation's going to be rocking, man. So go ahead and get ready for it. I don't want you to be reading these articles and all these tabloids and hearing all these people talk about Emory Jones and how Felipe Franks ain't the answer, because I'm gonna tell you right now, and you may not believe in me, and that's fine with me if you do or don't, but I do want you to understand this: Dan Mullen believes in Felipe Franks, and he's coaching that boy up, and they don't make a damn who you sign at quarterback or how well they perform in spring or fall ball. Felipe Franks is just starting next year. Bucket. They ain't no need in cooking that shit up, because it ain't happening.
So, Lance, do I smell a Felipe Franks Heisman 2019 campaign?
I wouldn't say that, because again, you're reconstructing the offensive line. But as far as
you're saying the 40 club, 40 touchdowns.
Well, that's not asking too much.
The Florida Gators have a quarterback that has 40 touchdowns. Not only does that mean that the Gators are probably winning a lot of games, but that defense, man, that sounds like a Heisman winner to me. I don't know about you.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but that's sure what it smells like.
I'm just telling you the facts. Felipe Frank's gonna have 40 total touchdowns next year.
Hey, if he does, that'd be fantastic.
Well, write it down, man. Save it on your computer. Put it on your refrigerator.
Yeah. Are you going to start the 12-0 train next year, or you got to wait and see what happens with the O-line?
I don't see 12-0 next year. I thought the schedule played nice for us to go 12-0 this year, man, if you look at it. But
Okay.
I think next year I'll look at it. I'll get my ceiling, and then I'm going to predict the games. Then I'm going to start predicting the games week to week so I don't get burned and people don't get so upset with Lance and Jasper.
Yeah, man. Well, hey,
Not that I'm scared to be wrong. Not that I regret anything I did, because, again, the Mullenade is real, son. If you don't believe me, just check out the SEC short film. They stole my damn Mullenade.
hey, man. You needed to.
A lot of what I said about this team came true, man. That's all I know.
You're right.
Because you seen Dan Mullen turn dirt to glitter in Felipe Franks. I said that. You seen a commitment to the run. You seen the best running back stable in America. You seen the receivers make explosive plays, yards after the catch. I mean, the defense wasn't championship level all the time, but they sure were today. And for about half the season, I'd say 7 out of the 12 games they were. And that's without some of your key players and injuries in some of the game. So, you know, not a bad year for Dan Mullen. Year one certainly didn't meet my expectations, but again, the stamp's been put in. We're going to win championships, man, and it ain't going to be too long. I know that for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what Dan Mullen's building, and I think it's great to be a Gator. You know, the last 5 years really sucked, honestly. You know, watching that game, I had a smile ear to ear, man, and my family can attest to it.
Yeah.
Because after being a student at UF, so keep this in mind. Okay, I'm not trying to say that I'm unlucky or anything, because I went to every national championship game, and a lot of the games when they were winning national championships. So I can't be that. In fact, I went to the Players Hotel as a little kid, 7th, 8th grader. In 2008, and one of the coaches grabbed me by the shoulder because I'm always at the hotel with my family. We always go there to celebrate the team and cheer them on. We're basically family at this point, or at least back then when we traveled. And one of the players, one of the coaches, grabbed me by the shoulder and said, "Hey, man, I'm glad that you're here. You know you're our lucky charm, right?" And I say, "Yeah." I say, "Yes, sir. Go Gators."
That's cool,
yeah.
man. That's cool, man. That's
So-
cool right there.
And the reason why I say that is going to UF, and for 5 years, all 5 years I was a student. I'd sit in that student section and watch the Gators get beat by FSU. It's heartbreaking. It's demoralizing. It's terrible. But man, to see us beat Florida State with the same score that we beat Ohio State in 2006, 12 years ago, man, nothing could be sweeter, my friend. From that first, the Michael P. Ryan touchdown run to that last pass, man, I don't want to get it. Oh man, I can celebrate this for days, man. But we got this bowl game coming up, so we'll get excited.
You went on the road. You put up 500 yards of offense. You had 6 touchdowns, no turnovers. I mean, Dan Mullen's got this offense rolling, man. The sky's the limit.
Yeah.
But I'll get you out of here, man. I'm gonna wrap it up. You the best.
Yes, sir.
Can't do a show.
Go Gators.
Can't do a show without talking to the quarterback. I appreciate your time, man.
Thank you. It's an honor, man. Have a good night. Go Gators.
Go Gators. You better sip on that morning and give out one more shot. If you don't answer, we rolling. Oh, baby.
Oh, excuse me.
We'll get back together. We'll do a show next Sunday. After we find out who they're playing in the ball game. We'll go live. Break down the matchup for y'all. Preview.
What's good, man?
How you doing, my friend?
That's what you call an ass whooping. That's what you call an ass whooping.
Well, it used to be a rivalry. I don't think it's going to be a rivalry no more. We're probably going to run away.
Not no more.
We're probably going to run away with a 10 straight. I can see Dan Mullen having a record against Florida State like Spurrier had against Georgia.
Yeah, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse when they come to the swamp next year. So it's gonna be way worse than that.
Yeah, you got a good chance to get 2 in a row. I mean, you can really put your foot on that program. I'll tell you, man, what Dan Mullen did today, that was a statement for the players in the state of Florida. I mean, which offense you rather play in?
I meant to tell you, I meant to tell you that we got a lot of recruits off of that win today too.
Had somebody, Lady Gators just told me we got Naquan Wright. I mean, one of the top running backs, number one on Dan Mullen's board for sure.
Oh, he flipped.
Damn right, he flipped.
Already started.
That's what I heard. I mean, I ain't seen it official, but I trust Lady Gator. But I don't trust nobody else. I trust Lady Gator.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
if she said it, it's legit. So I'm telling you, I'm telling you, we got Naquan Wright today. One of the top running backs in America, which is key when you're losing P. Ryan and Scarlett potentially at the end of the year.
I think what's the name? I think Scarlett gonna come back, bro. He got another year.
Ain't no way.
Why not?
Oh man, you only got so many years as a running back, man. You got to get going. You got to get going. He's proved enough as far as yard after contact. You only got so many hits in your body as a running back, and his film was good enough this year. He can't help his stock no more, no matter what he does in college.
Yeah, I'll be thinking the boys won a championship, but we got Damian Pearson, Iverson Clement behind us, so and Mark. We still got Malik Davis coming back too, and we get that running back from out of this class. Yeah, we should be all right.
I will be all right. I'm not worried about the depth, but if you didn't get a top recruit like Naquan Wright, you're gonna be in trouble because I'm telling you, after Damian Pierce, it gets iffy.
Yeah.
Because I love Iverson Clement. But I don't think he's what Dan Mullen's looking for as a running back. And Malik Davis, man, Malik Davis. I mean, I love Malik Davis, but I don't know what kind of running back Malik Davis is going to be. I mean, you never know.
You can't see that much film on him to say that. You can't see all that. You ain't see 2 games. Seen enough film on him.
Film on who?
Malik Davis. He got hurt. We don't know how. When he has a full season next year, which will be next year, he gonna be the front runner. Believe that. Pearson never not starting over that man. He's too explosive out of the hole. He makes better cuts than them.
How explosive is he going to be after a bad knee and a damn foot? I mean, you count on him to be the same player. You expect on him to have the same confidence. I seen Malik Davis run this year, and he didn't run with confidence. I mean, so you're asking a lot out of a guy to come back. Does he have the physical tools? Yeah, but the mental hurdle, I don't think he'll ever get over it, man. That's just my opinion.
Oh, you think because of the injuries?
Well, I mean, it's proven. Go watch his tape this year. He wasn't the same back. He was iffy.
Yeah. Well,
and that ain't no knock on the kid, man. That ain't no knock on the kid.
I know you're not.
I love Malik Davis, man. And before he got hurt, I mean, this guy would have been all SEC every year. But you just, until you see it again, you can't count on it. You can't count on it, man.
Yeah, but with him next year, this year coming up 2019, it's put up or shut up year, man. This is the one.
Every year's been put up and shut up. It ain't had nothing to do with his attitude. It's just bad luck.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like you just said, because these injuries, you gotta hope you're healthy, and you gotta come in and make the impact quick because you get hurt. So I think he's gonna be hungry and want to make an impact. So
I kind of feel like
I don't know. He might surprise you. He might be one of my surprise players next year.
That's a good pick, and I'll say this: I thought the coaching staff used him too early this year. They could have held him out. We had plenty of talent to not rush Malik Davis back. They could have held him out till week 5 or 6.
Yeah, they should have. You think they should have redshirted him? I think he did.
Redshirted him, but damn, he didn't have to start when you had the 3 backs you got right now. Malik Davis could have rested. He didn't have to be in there game 1, game 2, game 3. I mean, come on, man.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Well,
you could have gave him an extra month's rest.
Yeah, you're right.
Should have rushing his ass back, man. That was a brutal injury he had.
Yeah, true it was. But before I get out of here, you got to answer this question for me. You say you're going to answer for me after the Florida State game. Who's staying and who's leaving? Offense and defense that are not seniors.
Who you worried about? I'll tell you. Let me tell you who I know for sure is leaving. Chauncey Gardner.
Yeah, that's what.
Jakai Polak.
That's it.
On defense, I know for sure those 3 guys are leaving.
All right.
On offense,
okay.
I would tell you Van Jefferson's going pro. I think Grimes will come back. Tyree Cleveland, really questionable. I mean, he's not going to get drafted high no matter what he does. So I can see him trying to leave and just competing, trying to get drafted out of the combine workouts. So I can see Tyree Cleveland and Ben Jefferson leaving. You're really losing players on the offensive line just because they're graduating. Juwan Taylor, he's leaving early. I'll tell you that for sure. So
Yeah.
those guys I know for sure are leaving early.
All right. So you think Joseph, Henderson, and Wilson are coming back? The 2 corners are coming back? I don't think they're going to come back. Especially, I don't think Henderson's going to come back. I think he's going to leave.
Henderson and Wilson got to come back. They're sophomores. They'll be juniors next year.
Well, Grimes is a sophomore too, though. Grimes ain't a junior, he's a sophomore. Trayvon Grimes is only a sophomore.
Yeah, but I just don't think. I mean, I could be wrong. I just don't think he's going to leave.
Yeah, I know.
Because if you're telling me Jefferson and Cleveland's leaving, then who do you think's going to be the best receiver on the team next year? Trevor Grimes. Yeah. He going to come back to shine? I mean, he's a damn good number 2, ain't he?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, if he's working underneath and Trevor Grimes doing his thing, that's a good thing. Kadarius Toney will be back next year. Jacob Copeland, man, he can line up outside.
Yeah, that's gonna be them. I think them two. They're my other 2 breakout stars. I think next year again is gonna be JT and JC and KT. Jacob Copeland and Kadarius Toney are gonna be breakout skill players next year. I think.
Right.
And
what about Freddie Swain? Freddie Swain could go pro.
Yeah, Freddie Swain's gonna leave. He's going to the league. He's a junior. He's gonna leave early. He's gonna leave early.
Yeah.
I think he's a senior this year. No, he's a junior this year. I think he's gonna leave. He got enough on film to leave.
Yeah, he definitely got enough on film to leave.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he will.
Well, on defense, so you saying Joseph? You think Joseph ain't gonna leave? Yeah, I don't think he's ready. Most of Joseph is not ready for the league yet. I think he got to stay his senior year, to be honest. And what about David Reese? You think him and David Reese are gonna leave, or they gonna go? Are they gonna stay?
I think Reese and Joseph and both come back. I mean, Joseph. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he left, but I do kind of feel like Dan Mullen can get him to stay.
Yeah, he's not ready to go anyway. He missed the.
I mean, they'll take his ass. They'll take his ass, man. He'll get drafted.
Yeah, but he pissed me off with that non-tackling shit today when he made French Paul shook his ass like that in the hole. How you get shook like that in the hole? And you're a middle linebacker. You're supposed to break down right there.
What about the play he made on Patrick, man? Made it 4th and inches, man. Made him punt on the next play. The Michael P. Ryan runs at 74 yards, man. I mean, watch the game. Don't be hating on my boy, man. I mean, the guy's a willing tackler. He get after the quarterback. Does he get out of position? Hell yeah. Does he guess wrong sometimes? Hell yeah. But damn, man, he gives you all he's got. He might not be the smartest player out there, but as far as giving you all he's got and making plays on the ball, I'll take votes on Joseph right now over a lot of linebackers that get drafted ahead of votes on Joseph. Watch their careers, man. They won't be as productive.
You're right, but Lance, I'm gonna keep it real like how you keep it real. He's inconsistent to me. I don't like it.
You ain't got to be consistent to go to the NFL, bro. All you got to do is show up to the damn combine and work out. Man, show a few clips. What the hell? What do you mean consistent? Have you watched the NFL lately? Are any of them teams consistent?
No.
Hell no. Is there any defense in the NFL anymore? Hell no.
No.
I mean, so what do you mean? What's he working on?
Hear me out, though. I watched the Georgia game like 3 or 4 times. He coached us a little bit of that game too.
Come on, man. You can't put that game on both on Joseph. You out of your damn mind. Now he did get out. He did hurt us against Kentucky more than I want to admit. But you can't put that on both on Joseph. I mean, you gave up 4. You gave up what? 4 passing touchdowns on 3rd down. If you're counting on both on Joseph to cover, you need to talk to your defensive coordinator about scheme, man.
All right, you're right about that. But let me name the plays, some of the big key plays in the game. The first drive, he missed the tackle against Hoganfield that broke all the way. That broke like 20 yards. They drove down the field. The end of the first half, the damn tight end got 4 catches on his sorry ass, and then they scored.
Well, don't you think that scheme? At some point, I need to call a time.
When it's a one-on-one guard, it's not a scheme. When you're guarding, that's not scheme.
Because that ain't it is scheme because you're going to put both on Joseph one-on-one against Isaac Nano I mean, you're asking yourself to get beat. Everybody in America knows that's a mismatch.
But listen, he's our best cover linebacker. That's why he was.
You don't ask a linebacker to cover, son. If you know they're going to be passing, they're in a hurry up. You better go with a damn nickel. How about a dime?
Okay,
have you ever heard of a two?
Right.
Have you ever heard of a six nickel? I mean, six guys in the secondary. I mean, come on, man.
I heard that. Yeah. You right. You
2,
right.
3, 6.
I'm just pointing out. I'm just pointing the facts out to you. I'm just telling you why I feel the way I feel. I'm just pointing them out to you. What I've seen on film.
But what you've seen on film, hold on. What you've seen on film is a damn coach asking a player to do something he can't do, and that's cover. All right.
We can't keep blaming the damn coach now. The coach can't play. He can't play. He's not out there.
He can tell you what role you're supposed to play in the defense, and if I'm telling you to play pass coverage, and I know you can't do it, I'm setting you up to fail, man. That's just bottom line. I mean, you want to act like the offense? Hold on a damn minute. You want to act like the offensive guys are setting the players up to fail? Well, don't you think it happens on defense too? You damn right it does.
But I don't think you like Todd Grantham anyway.
I don't like Todd Grantham at all. At the same time, you can't sit here and blame Bosan Joseph for losing to Georgia. That don't even make sense.
No, I'm not saying he was. I'm saying.
Well, you did say it, but you did say it.
He's one of the reasons that we lost the game. He missed a lot of key
Well, there's
plays
52 other players on that roster. That's the reason too. But we ain't got time to talk about all of them.
I'm not gonna blame Donovan Sanders because Donovan Sanders is a young player. I'm gonna blame him because
I'm not gonna blame not one player. I'm not gonna blame not one player for any game. I'll blame a unit. And I'm telling you.
Yeah, you go.
I mean, they're throwing against our damn third team secondary in that game because of injuries. I mean, damn, you blaming Bosan Joseph? Come on, man. What about the quarterback play that day? It wasn't great. I mean, so.
Lance ain't like that, boy. Lance ain't like that. I just don't like Joseph. I feel like he's just a punk and he's overrated. I just like he's overrated. Until he shows me, until he balls. The only time I seen him ball this year, the best game he had this year was against LSU. I ain't seen nothing after the LSU game. He didn't show me nothing. I'm just being real. I'm watching film just like you. I'm watching the game, every game like you. I'm watching every film like you. You cannot sit here and try to change my mind and say he's a good player. He was only good in the LSU game. That's the only time I seen him ball. He ain't do nothing else the rest of the season, man. I don't get why you don't agree with me on that.
I mean, did he have another game where he had double-digit tackles for loss? Hell no. I mean, he played out of his mind that day. But again, he was consistent enough for me not to get on this guy. What I like, he's a willing tackler, man. He ain't missed as many tackles as he missed in the past. Has he got burned in coverage? Yes, he has. But again, I just think it's more scheme than player, man. You know this son of a bitch can't cover. If we know down here in Jasper, Tennessee, population 700, that damn it, Bosan Joseph and David Reese can't cover, and you're asking them to cover, then it's on you, man. It's on you.
All right.
You're asking your players to do something they can. Especially, hold on a damn second. Especially when you got a guy like Sean Davis who can come down in the box and a willing tackler who could take their place in your scheme, man. So to me, it's hard head trying to get your best players on the downfield all at once, even though they're not best fit for your scheme. Dan Mullen talks about it all the time. I mean, Todd Grantham runs this kind of system. Well, if you don't have the players to run your system, you need to adjust. And Todd Grantham does not adjust.
Well, like you said, I agree with you on that, what you just told me. And let me ask you this, and then I'll get up out there and get off the phone. All right. So Todd Grantham, is Todd Grantham on a hot seat this year coming up, or do you think he'll get about 2 more years?
He's not on a hot seat. I think Dan Mullen's got ultimate respect for this guy.
Well, does he get tight? I'm talking about your opinion.
My opinion. I'm going to have a long talk with him right now. And if this third down defense, which was awesome today, third down defense, don't clean up next year, then we're going to have a long talk about him leaving because you can't win that way. But,
you're right.
Again, it's year one. He might not have the players that he needs. And, maybe they just didn't gel in the system. The communication piece is the hardest thing to learn for year one. So, they'll be better for it next year, man. So,
who we going to play in the bowl game? What bowl game you got us going to, and who we going to play?
Well, I really don't know the name of the ball game we're going to go to, my friend. But I think we're going to play Ohio State.
I don't know. They won it. They might go to the playoff.
No chance.
Why you say that?
Strength of schedule.
Who else?
Strength of schedule, man. Strength of schedule, man. I think Oklahoma will get in over Ohio State.
Oh yeah, they might get it too. But I'm guessing this is my four for the playoffs right now. It's Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, and Oklahoma. That should be my four.
What about Notre Dame?
Hell no, they're gonna get massive. That's gonna be a waste of time. They can't beat none of them teams I just named. They ain't played nobody all year. Who they played? They ain't played nobody all year. Really, Lynn? Notre Dame?
They go undefeated. They're gonna put them in, my friend. It ain't my choice. All right, I'm just telling you. If they win tonight, they're in. All right.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Okay.
They're playing USC. I'm pretty sure they'll win that game.
That's a dub, yeah.
So,
all right, go Gators, Lynn.
Go Gators.
All right.
That's Jasper. So, damn, all in wrapping it up with a 9-3 year, 5-3 in the SEC. New Year's Six Bowl. Catch us next Sunday. We'll break it down for you, man. We appreciate everybody's support, Gator Nation. You're the best. Drink that Mullen. Go Gators.